Hey, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, everybody. It is a snow squall outside, which is not the character in the next remake of Final Fantasy VII. It is a big storm, but we're inside, and we're warm, and we're cozy, and we're going to check in with people around the world who are making stuff. It's time for show and tell. So come on by, get your webcam, get your projects, whatever you're making. Give us 2-3 minutes of your time, show off your project. We'll call on people, unmute your mic when it's your time, and you'll be joining the StreamYard. And if not, wait patiently, and we'll get to you. We're out of here at 7:55, and don't forget, afterwards there's an Ada Box unboxing, which is going to be very exciting, featuring JP and his magical band, which is just him. Okay, first up
with Aaron.
Aaron.
And Aaron's screen.
Hi, Aaron.
Hello. So I'm making a tree ent with the Monster Mask eyeballs. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm making a full-size, life-size tree in my guest room, and I just have a little quick sort of video here. Shows his eyes have like a wood grain tone to him and everything like that.
Love the hazel effect there. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I have just a few like slides here just kind of showing. I'm building them out of like those are cardboard tubes from the hardware store that are made for concrete pouring. And then the branches are just made out of cardboard as well. And then the whole tree is made out of this great stuff. Like it's just expanding foam. So I sprayed it all over the cardboard and then sort of carved it down. And it just turned out really kind of amazing. So this tree, it looks really real. I went for like an oak tree kind of feel, and it's about 12 feet tall. With the eyeballs going to be about halfway up. And I made sort of a suggested ent face, carved it all and painted it, which was lots of fun. And you just love the way the paint job turned out. I have oak trees on my property, and they look almost spot on, exactly like.
Well, you've got really great skill too. Look at that beautiful weathering.
Yeah, it just worked. So I've got the branches on. I'm attaching them with more expanding foam, and this is the whole thing. I'm going to be hanging a bunch of fairy lights from the tree eventually, and then I have the ent with his eyes. So yeah. That's what I'm working on this week. I want to make him so that when you walk in front of him, the eyes come on, so that he doesn't creep people out and people can like sleep in there without too much terror at night. But that's what I'm doing this week. I'm hopefully will have it up and running and start working on a tutorial for how I did it by the early part of next year. So.
All right, thanks, Aaron. A wonderful holiday if we don't see you before then. Yeah. All right, next up, Noe. Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
All right, so we have 3 things to show. We'll do 1 minute each.
Yeah.
All right. So like 2 weeks ago, we did this little cute, adorable. What is this thing? It's an ornament. It's a snap fit ornament with a spinny thing in the center. So we said, let's make it bigger. So we made it bigger.
Oh my God.
It's massive. It's bigger than my head. Why did we do this?
Why? Because fun?
White elephant gift. I don't know. We're going to throw these on the palm trees since that's all we have here in Florida.
He's coconut size.
I don't know. I'm testing tolerances. It works out. Very nice. I didn't just scale it. I had to actually parametrically make it bigger.
Yeah.
All right. So then the next thing, shout out to Pedro for doing this week's Timeless Tuesday. And shout out to Andre, who did this really cool fireplace design. It's meant for mobile phones, but why use a mobile phone when you can use a Pi portal? So we got a little Pi
mobile phone. How else are you going to find new memes?
You're right. Yeah. So this makes a really nice picture frame. I mean, come on, look at that. That looks great.
That
so
is nice.
This is printed in like copper PLA or something. It looks really shiny and brick-like. So that's cool. It's meant for phones, right? But there you go. You've heard of snap fit. We have wedge fit now. So that just wedges in there. You can get your diehard memes on there.
I love that. It's just like gift plan. You can do so much with that.
Yes, you can.
All right. So number 3.
Okay, number 3. Huge shout out to everybody in the CircuitPython team, and especially Liz Clark, who's also a Learn Guide author. And she wrote the code for this one. This is this year's camera slider update. We kind of do one every year. This year we did an update. It's the same mechanical design, right? Looks nice. It's modular. Yeah. It's a great thing that it's modular is we can change out the Metro for a tripler feather wing. So it's
less expensive, smaller, and it now has a user interface, which is
this is nifty. So these are really nice bitmaps that Liz designed. And we can cycle through the different settings. Let's do a 5-minute one. And don't forget to turn on our little portable 12 volts battery supply. So check out the Learn guide. It's a nice one, nice and hefty, kind of like the build. And again, huge shout out to Liz Clark for helping me work on a very fun new tool. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
Liz
get a
is
lot of
here,
use
I
out of it.
I think Liz is going to be on
we'll
the
go to
show and
her
tell in a little bit.
in a little bit.
Okay. Excellent.
She'll pick it up where you left off, and then
Exactly.
behind you got some cool stuff too. Where you just
Oh.
as you bent over.
Yeah, you got another one.
That's next week.
To be
Next week.
continued.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays from us
Likewise.
to you.
Okay.
All right, next up, let's check in with Melissa.
Hello.
Glowing. She's always glowing.
I have been working on a Raspberry on the Raspberry Pi. I've been working on porting the animated GIF player I made for the CharliePlex display over to Pi TFT, and you can kind of see there it's playing it here, and that's all written in Python, and using the Pillow library to decode the animated GIF.
Okay. All right, looking good start. We're gonna see if we can speed that up a little bit, a couple ways. But for small GIFs, it could be a good little player.
Exactly.
It's
And
cute.
then we want to add maybe it can read several out of a folder, and if maybe you touch the screen, it can go to the next one, something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's how hard it is to play animated GIFs without X. Like if you just want on the terminal, it's kind of like surprisingly not easy. But we're doing it. It's happening. All
Yeah.
right. Looks great. More
Thanks.
coming.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Melissa, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
All right. Next up,
All right.
let's go
To
to
Kattni.
and Roy.
And Roy, Kenny's assistant.
Yes, hello.
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 So, this is my Christmas tree. Last week, I came on with a wreath that was controlled by Circuit Playground Bluefruit, but as you can see, we have decided to go bigger. And the other thing that happened was a lot of changes to the LED animation library. Initially, we had the three basic animations: Comet, Sparkle, and Blink. Now there are a lot more, and Roy can explain. Also, there's crashes. It's great.
But it's good, even when it's crashed.
Reboot your Christmas tree.
We're
I
going
know.
we have been
Yeah, I
rebooting
think
the
that's a
Christmas
Hallmark
tree.
special.
But Roy can explain some of the stuff that he did with the animation library because it's a little beyond me.
It's okay.
All
You
right.
do the hardware, he does some software.
All
It's
right,
fine.
Roy, what did you do to this tree?
So I added the sort of a thing called an animation group, an animation sequence that you can use to group together a bunch of different things. So we have animation sequence here that the blue fruit is controlling. So it tells it to go to the next animation sequence, and each of those is a different thing, like a comet. I think I added rainbow comet as a color wheel, of course, because we all hate color wheel, right? And added a bunch of abilities to change the colors as it animates. It's also using the experimental pixel buff that's being added to CircuitPython, and hopefully we'll be able to wrap that up and get it merged soon.
And then you have a lot of incentive now because you're like everyone's gonna be like, I want that tree.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is it makes it so much faster. It's about 5 to 10 times faster than just straight Python. So lets us do lots of really cool animations. And I added 2 more fun things that let you, instead of having, like this is one big strip, but if you see some of the animations go sideways, that's using a thing that pretends to be a NeoPixel strip, but is just a group of pixels by number.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, animate
Ooh, that's nice.
sideways, and it does.
Interesting. Yeah. Usually you have to do like really complicated mapping, but Python is really good at like list comprehension, like making lists and sorting them and slicing them. This looks really neat. All right. Well,
That's
your tree
cool.
looks beautiful. I love all the ornaments. You guys look like you had a really good time putting it
Yeah.
together.
Code a tree.
Pretty much.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway.
thank you, Roy.
All right.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Yeah,
Have a wonderful,
holiday.
blinky, glowy holiday.
All right.
Thank you.
Next up, we're going to go to Brent, who's only about 30 feet from here, but it'll be like he's a million miles away.
Yeah, I'm a million miles away, 30 feet from here. This past week, I've worked on something that's not out yet for a board that's also not out yet, but it will be out by next week, and so will the guide. I worked on a Jupyter. So we have Jupyter for CircuitPython, and it works pretty well, but if you want to do anything like data visualization, you can't really do it because it runs on the board itself. But so let me share my screen so I could, my entire screen. works? Yeah. Okay, cool. So on the right-hand side over here, we have a Jupyter notebook, and on the left, we have a MCP 2221, which isn't out yet. It's a USB-C board, and it can do CircuitPython libraries that run on your computer. So everything's running on my computer, and nothing's running on this board itself. And it's connected to an LSM 303 AGR accelerometer via Stemma. So any Stemma compatible sensor like thermal camera or gesture sensor, you can plug right into an MCP and start using it with CircuitPython libraries on computer. All of this will execute my computer. So this will install the Python software packages and installs really quickly because it's not running on a board. And then this one will just kind of initialize the I2C connection to the accelerometer. And then this last one uses matplotlib and the interactive view on Jupyter notebooks. And it creates a 3-plot graph. And you can kind of see it over here, and we'll expand it. And so if we take the accelerometer, and I kind of already spoil it by grabbing it, but if we tilt the X downwards, we can kind of watch the axis decrease as well, and then kind of see it go up, and then same with the Y. So it's like, it's not 100% real time, but it's really quick. And if you want to do any type of data visualization with your sensors, this is definitely the best way to do it right now. And we'll have a guide about this shortly.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Brent.
All right, thanks, Brent.
Happy
Coming
holidays.
soon. Very exciting.
Okay.
All right, next up.
We're going to go to Liz.
Liz. Okay, Liz, you want to do part 2 of the slider?
Hey, Liz.
Yes, as Noe said, I wrote the code for the updated slider. That went live today. It's got some bitmaps and user interface, which I think makes it like a little bit easier to operate and also be able to like tell what's going on. And in the Learn Guide, I kind of go step by step through what each part of the code is doing. I find that personally pretty helpful when I'm working on projects, just to see exactly how everything's working. So that is.
You did great. I loved your walkthrough. It was so helpful.
Thank you so much. And then I have another project I've been working on that I finally got to fairly completed stage yesterday. I'm not sure if it's as impressive as Katniss tree, but it's my first woodworking project. I cut this tree form out of a piece of plywood, and then I have these 3D printed mounts in the back holding NeoPixel buttons in. And then these are just some plastic like ornament baubles, and it's all hooked up to Circuit Playground Bluefruit. And I've got some different animations programmed in. Got like a green and red one, another like kind of multicolor one.
This is cool. Another Bluetooth controlled tree. This is a trend.
Yes.
I'm calling it.
Yeah.
2019, year of the Bluefruit trees.
Yeah, so this has been really fun to work on, and there's going to be a Learn Guide coming up for it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
All right. Well, your tree
right.
is also a beautiful tree.
If you want a sticker.
Oh, it's a cat.
There's a cat.
Oh, hi, cat.
It's little Harriet.
Yeah. Time for attention.
Hi, cat friend.
All right, cat friend.
All right. Thanks, Liz.
Thanks, Liz.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to Quinn.
Quinn.
Hello,
Hey,
Quinn.
Quinn.
How are you?
Welcome.
What you got going on?
So we were on the show a few months ago. I don't know if you remember, with some type of derby cars.
Yep.
And we've been trying to get on for about 6 weeks. Just our schedule hasn't worked out. But Quinn wants to show you something we worked on for Halloween this year. So a little bit late for Halloween, but
This is the best place and the best time for Halloween.
true.
You have a full year now to get ready for the next one.
We're closer to Halloween than ever before.
Yes.
All right.
I'm old, so she's going to talk.
Okay.
So, my favorite, for Halloween, I was my favorite YouTuber, and she also had made this book, and there's a torch, and I was actually this character, and we made the torch for my costume.
Cool.
Let's Stacy plays.
We made it out of an Arduino Pro Mini, a 12 LED megapixel ring, a USB power bank, a recycled switch, and we hot glued it into a painted paper towel roll, and we put wax paper frames. And
That's cool. Turn it on. Let's see this thing.
All right, George.
Ooh.
Oh, that turned out great. That's a
That
really
looks
nice effect.
awesome. Yeah, it's got a flickering effect too. Wow, you really took it to the next level. That looks great. It actually looks like a real flame over video. You can't tell. All right.
All
right. So you have also the 3 wolves, right? Where's
Gotta work on this.
All right, next. Yeah.
The other one's on the back too. So.
Okay. Yeah, they look nice.
All right. Well, this is great.
All right, good work, Quinn.
Email support@adafruit.com, and the only thing that project is missing is as seen on the show and tell sticker. You could put it somewhere on the.
We'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Well, great work with that torch. It looks really good.
And you still have plenty of time between now and the next Halloween coming up to do more projects. So keep coming back.
Yeah. When you make another project, come back. I want to see the next project you work on. Okay.
Yeah. Good work.
All right. Bye, Quinn.
Okay. Next up, we're going to go to Chris.
I don't have a Christmas tree.
That's all right.
So we got Google Fiber, and they replaced our TV box, and the new TV box does not have a clock, and I didn't realize how much we use that clock. So why go to Walmart and spend $8 on a clock when you can spend $300 on your own clock?
That's right.
Actually, this is stuff from my junk bin. It's got a OLED display.
The clock needs Linux.
It's running. There's a Raspberry Pi
right.
Wi-Fi in there. You can buy these from Adafruit, but you can print them a lot cheaper.
I know, that's nice. You don't have to worry about kernel crashes when it's on paper.
Yeah.
The case is wood. You can cycle through several displays. There's the 7-segment, a binary clock, word clock.
Wow, that's beautiful graphics work there.
And there's the next showing of the Adafruit Show and Tell, and we're live now, so there's the live button.
That's what
I need this clock.
Yeah.
Things to do for the future. And of course, it has a web page that you can configure the brightness. You can switch to AM or AM PM or 24-hour mode.
Well, this is great.
That's pretty much it.
This is a great project. The only thing that's missing is the show and tell sticker here and the forever blinking 12 o'clock VCR mode.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Only the folks over maybe 30.
Yeah, because every TV box now, it's all internet connected. So within an hour, once it connects, it gets the right time, which is why it's actually been useful.
Yeah.
But historically,
yeah,
they wouldn't even spend like the 10 cents to put a lithium battery in, so it would keep the time when there was a power outage.
Yeah. Well, that's a great project. Email support@Adafruit. And if there's any details about the project, you can email me, PT.
Yeah, we'd love to post it up. That looks cool.
Very cool. All right. Next up,
All right,
we're going to
nice
go
work,
to
Chris.
Richard A. Richard. Let me get you up on the screen here.
Hey, you guys.
Your screen as well.
Okay.
So I just got a Pi portal, and I've been working on doing MQTT and like an interface for Home Assistant. So what's going on here is on the Pi portal, I've got these 2 buttons. So I'm going to try and trigger one of those buttons, and you can see it updates in the Home Assistant. It's also pulling the light value from the light sensor and the temperature sensor value. It's displaying the temperature and the light value on the screen here as well. And I've got a placeholder for the 2 feeds, so I want to be able to pull 2 feeds from Home Assistant. Like, as you can see, I've tapped into 1 bus away in this. This is my test server for Home Assistant. And so it tells me what time the next 3 buses are coming. So being able to pull that kind of information in there. The buttons will trigger to like an automation in there. And then, of course, I have a motion sensor attached to it, so that's going to tie into it. This is kind of based on a couple of sensor nodes that I've done in my home here, but I've been wanting to do it for the Pi portal. And so thanks, Phil, for giving me the chance to do that and write a guide for it. And I got a lot of help from Carter on Discord dealing with the UI. This is actually my first CircuitPython project. Really, it's my first Python project, so I'm getting used to it, but it's coming along.
Yeah, you're learning a lot. I mean, hopefully, as you find bugs or issues, we'll update them. There's nothing like the beginner eye to unveil what's really going on with our tutorials documentation. But it looks really good, And yeah, I think it'll be really useful to tie Home Assistant in with PyPortal. I think it's a match made in home heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All open
right,
source,
thank you
all
so
time.
much.
Thank you, Richard.
All right.
Okay, next up.
Drew in Berlin.
Hi, Drew in Berlin.
Hello.
Not in Berlin.
So last week I had was working on trying to get MakeCode Arcade working on the game Pup Cape with Pocket Beagle. So just wanted to do a demo here. Have a game called to have the Flappy Falling Duck game. So I'm going to load it up here. Maybe see if I can play it successfully. I'm actually pretty bad at the duck game, but I'll give it a go here. I died.
It's hard.
It is really hard. Anyways, I'm going to write up a learning guide for this so other people, if they have the game Pup Cape in the Pocket Beagle, they can run MakeCode Arcade on it. So
That's so cool.
you just download instead of you have two files, an L file, and then that gets loaded onto the Pocket Beagle, and then just runs on there. So, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. There.
Wait, you're doing it? You're doing it?
Oh, okay. A little bit farther that time, but.
All right. Thanks so much, Drew.
All right, thanks, Drew. Looking good. And
Thank you.
excited to
Happy
see all
holidays.
this MakeCode stuff happen. Happy holidays to you and Lay.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, we have 3 more people, and we've got about 5 minutes. So if everyone keeps to like a minute or so, we'll be able to get to everyone. Colin is from our team, just popped in. So Colin, what do you got?
What have I got? I've got a new app. We've got a new app.
There we do.
Yeah.
Blue Fruit Playground that works with the Circuit Playground Blue Fruit, which just happens to be levitating in front of me. We've got a lot of interaction here. NeoPixel mode to trigger animations.
Yeah.
All sorts of animations.
I like the speed slider on that too. You can make it
speed
up.
slider is handy for sliding.
It's cool.
Speed. And setting colors. Anyway, I can't go through all the stuff right now. There's
Play the
simply
piano.
not enough time.
Play the piano.
Play the piano.
The musical stylings of Colin.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of requests for songs for piano.
That's cool.
Can you
And
hear
then
it?
Rocking out.
And then last one, do the accelerometer, just because that's kind of
All right, you could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's oriented upside down because technically it is. So if you booted it up when it was flat on the desk, you could see.
All right, and this is available now in the App Store. So check it out, everybody. We're really happy about this.
It is. Trust me. Per relative.
No, it's moving. It's
perspective,
moving.
that's
It's moving.
accurate. Yeah, yeah.
We believe, yeah. All right, Colin, thank you for
In the
coming
App Store
by.
now. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, JP will probably be showing this on the unboxing. All right. Next up, we're going to go to Kathy, and we're going to go to Chris Daly. So, on here.
Okay, Kathy.
Hello.
Hi. So I'm writing a guide about making ear warmers in 3 different versions. The really simple one is just using the LED wire, which is not programmable. And then I've got this MakeCode version where I've got some nice diffusion going on. This is all felted sweaters, and I really like the way that came out. And then I'm still working on the CircuitPython version where I'm going to reprogram the Gemma so that it reads the temperature. And Amberella wrote the code for me, and I tested it out, and it worked, and then somehow I broke it. So I have to do that again.
That's okay.
But it turns blue when it's below 65 degrees Fahrenheit and turns red when it's above that. And I took it outside where it's 23 where I am right now, and it worked fine for 1 minute.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what it's like to writing books and writing content, writing guides. You got to struggle a little bit to make it easy for the beginners, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll be glorious. All right. Well, those look nice and toasty, and I hope you're keeping warm where you're at.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Kathy.
All right.
Coming soon.
Chris Daly, what you got going on?
Hi, I wanted to first say thank you for publishing my first Learn guide, which was about how to use these art canvases as a Raspberry Pi enclosure. And so the larger one behind me is from the Learn guide. And I am now working on a second Learn guide with these smaller 5 by 7 inch canvases. And the idea is to, I call this guy the gargoyle. The idea is to not use a Raspberry Pi, but use the Blue Fruit as the primary computer that you'll control it with. and it's connected to the Halloween power ground and a UART receive and transmit. So I haven't programmed it yet, but the idea is the Halloween will listen on the UART for things to do, change the lights, put messages on the screen, and then I'd like to be able to use the phone to send things through the to the Bluetooth and then have it control the Halloween. So there it is, and there's also some NeoPixels in the back for a little extra color and light. Yeah,
Those are cool. Oh, characters.
This is fantastic. Thanks for doing one of the things that we always think is really important with any type of tool, like a programming language. Can artists make art with it? And can you do things with CircuitPython? And we see a lot of artists. Specifically, there was an artist in the newsletter that we just put out.
Yeah.
It was called Engineered Sandwich, and it was a beautiful light sculpture. And that was very hard to do in the past, but now it's very easy. And now that you have displays and other things with the Halloween and the Circuit Playground and Bluefruit, you'll be able to do all this stuff, and it shows up as a USB drive. You can change the things that you need to do, and you can spend time on the art and not have to worry about, let me recompile the kernel to just make this glow blue.
So I took pictures of the construction of this, and so I'll put a Learn guide together for this one too.
Fantastic.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Great art.
All right. And if you want a sticker,
everybody.
you know how to get this for a sticker.
Yeah. And thank you everybody for finishing on time. We're going to go to the unboxing next.
That's right. That's our show. Thank you, everybody. We're going to be here next week, Christmas Eve. We're going to be here on New Year's Eve. So
because we don't have any friends.
No, they're all our friends in the electronic world. That's where we hang out.
Okay.
So we'll see everyone. So come around, show your projects next week and the week after, and then in the next 1 minute 20 seconds. AdaBox 14 unboxing with JP.
We're going to be in the chat, so come by on Discord. If you've got questions, we can answer them. Go to the live broadcast. It'll be there. Even though we will physically not be on video, we will be there.
Yeah, we have 15,000 friends here. Thank you.
That's true.
That's how we roll. You can't fit them all in one building now.
I know, it's true. Not up to code.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.